I came home on a Sunday evening. My bag still smelled of campfire and rain. When I opened the door to my room, it wasn't my room anymore. The bed was gone. My desk, my books, my life vanished. In its place stood an easel splattered with paint, the air thick with turpentine. "She needs the space," my mom said from the hallway. "Don't be selfish," my dad added without looking at me. I didn't argue. I just set my keys on the table, nodded once, and walked out. They thought that was the end of it. It's strange, the way betrayal burns differently when it comes from blood. I could have forgiven a thief. I could have forgiven a stranger. But this was my family telling me I didn't matter. I used to believe in them, used to think loyalty was a given. I was the one who stayed quiet during their fights, who covered for my sister when she failed a class, who handed over my allowance to help with emergencies. They liked me best when I was invisible. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat at the bus station with my backpack and thought about everything I owned. Most of it still in that house, scattered or tossed aside. My things didn't matter. My space didn't matter. But respect? That mattered. And they'd stripped it from me. The next day, I started making calls. Not to friends, not to relatives. To people who knew how to handle property, paperwork, and signatures. My parents had always been careless with documents. My dad bragged about never reading the fine print. My mom signed anything if it was stapled. They'd forgotten that when Grandma died, she left the old lake house in my name. They thought of it as their vacation spot. It wasn't. I had the deed. I had the right to sell it. So I did. The buyer was fast, cash in hand, no questions asked. By Friday, the house was gone. Not physically, but legally. My parents found out when they drove up there for the weekend and were met by a locked gate and a very confused new owner. They called me. I let it ring. Then they texted, "What did you do?" I replied with 3 words. I needed space. They came back furious. My mom's voice was shaking, more from disbelief than anger. That was our family property. "No," I said, "it was mine. You should have read the will." They threatened to sue. I told them to go ahead. They did. Court was quiet, almost boring. The lawyer I hired was sharp, the kind who smiled only when he was about to cut someone in half with paperwork. Every document, every signature, every law was on my side. My parents sat there realizing they weren't just losing a house. They were losing the comfort of thinking I was powerless. When the judge dismissed their case, my mom looked at me like she was seeing me for the first time. My dad didn't look at all. My sister fiddled with her phone, pretending she didn't notice the tension crushing the room. I stood, gathered my papers, and said, "You're right. I shouldn't be selfish. So I'm giving you space. All the space you want." And I walked away. I never went back to their house. They kept calling for a while, then they stopped. People ask if I miss them. I tell them I don't miss people who teach me I'm disposable. I don't miss 4 walls that can vanish without warning. The lake house paid for my own place, my own bed, my own keys. And the best part? They can't take that away. Because now they know I may be quiet, I may be patient, but I am never powerless.